Take two. For some reason, I time traveled back to 2020. We're not going there. Anyway, good morning, beautiful. I hope that this finds you well rested and ready to take on your day. If you have found your way across this is going to be the Daily Tarot and Oracle, the daily insight on life and love for April 7th, 2022. Also being timeless, so wherever you're catching in time, it might be really relevant or horribly irrelevant somewhere along the spectrum. But again, it's general collective. Don't force this to fit your life. If it does, I hope it's a good message, and I see that you're about to kick some tokus. All right, what's going on here? If you have questions about booking a session, go to the description or the main page, find my email address, send me an email, or you can DM me and ask about services, what might be right for you, pricings, details on sales, availability, time zones. Anyway, hey, back to the reading. Don't force this to fit your life, but it looks like there is about to be some overdue chaos. Oh yeah, you're done. You are so done. And good on you. So let's look at the first few cards. I want to keep these right here. For some of you, there is some sort of a material gain that's coming in. This could be financial. It could be just simply some sort of physical substance that's coming your way. I mean, for all I know, it could be a blanket that's an heirloom. Or honestly, I feel like this is a lot about your financial situation and how it's improving. What I'm seeing is your life is going to be made a lot easier. It's going to be less burdensome. And it looks like this isn't something to squander. It's at the beginning points of it. It is going to give you a new sense of some sort of financial freedom. I think that this is going to take the idea of lack out of your vocabulary for a while. And let's see. I want you to be open to receiving this. One of the major issues with you is not knowing how to accept the gift that is coming your way. So this is work out a structure, routine, and budget with this. And that's only if it's really just dealing with the finances and trying to make your life easier. Don't squander the money. But I think that it's just giving you the freedom to have a more structured situation in your life and not have it freak out that something is not going to be met. It is going to be met. Your needs are going to be met, and they're going to have this awesome overflow. It's really meant to take the stress out of your life. So, my dear, let's see. We have some sort of repression, and we have some sort of issue with being completely burnt out. All right. Okay. All right. You are hesitant to let yourself enjoy this. You've gotten taken care of in the past with this. Like you had, and not in excess, but you had more. You had an overflow. You didn't have to worry. And what it looks like is there was no replacement of it. It feels like there was almost a guarantee of you being taken care of, and then suddenly it just was gone. That sense of instability was not in your control, but it's telling you that your stability is now in your control. So this put down some very firm lines with where you're going to be spending what and what you are going to be spending. So the where and the what of it needs to be taken care of. And to have that not even be up for interpretation, not up for question, is going to be a major relief on you. Now, if this is not dealing with money, then this is more of a physical opportunity. So don't squander this opportunity. Take a chance on it. It's meant to redirect, I think, some sort of aspect of your change in direction. Yeah, it's meant to change some direction of your life. You're just not ready to do it right now because you want it to be somehow completely guaranteed, firm, solid. It is guaranteed. This is what this is looking like. The trust, you're planning your attack on this. Like, you don't need to do this. The only reason why you should ever be living 10 years down the road is to ask 10-year future version of you what it needs from you now. Otherwise, knock it off. what you are doing is you are not being in the moment. You are dwelling in the past, freaking out about the future in a situation where it is a gift and a restart that is trying to present itself. Oy. Spirit is begging you to let your guard down and let yourself be in the receiving mode. You lack trust. This is what you want, and you lack trust. And too much has come about to where you can just kind of give this away. It's one of those things where I'd be shocked at your capacity to trust everybody. Yeah, see? This was bad transactions in the past that were really just kind of set to screw you over. It seems like this rose painted picture with rose colored glasses, and the giving force on this was completely manipulative. So let's see. It became more of seeing what you can do, seeing how much you could work, see how much you could put out. And this was, if you work harder for it, then you'll get the outcome. It was always a case of work more, work harder, work better. And at what point did the straw break the camel's back on this? And you lost a sense of either money, maybe even a sense of everything, but definitely a sense of some sort of material loss. All right. So we have the World in reverse. You're still dealing with the fallout of that. You have to be sure of what's in your cup. All right, you snarky spirit. Not you, spirit. What do you want to tell the person about what's in their cup? Soulmates is in reverse. So what was before? What ripped this away from your eyes? I feel like this is a really important person and opportunity that wasn't necessarily squandered. It was completely ripped away from you. And it's like, how could I have been so foolish? How could I have been so naive? I hate using that word, really do. So I don't really want to use it, but I kind of came up, so. Okay, anyway, this person who is coming about, or the situation that came about in the past, you are wondering how you could have been so deceived by them. How could they have been so, easily out to hurt you? And obviously it was a lesson, but it's so hard to tell you that. I don't want to be like, well, you had to learn some lessons. It makes me want to do a dead sprint into the wall just saying that to you. I think it's more about you learning to reach out for help rather than just yesing everybody to death on this and seeing how much you can take on. I don't think that they realized how much it has affected you. And I am seeing that Spirit is trying to address this scenario with you so you don't taint this new situation, this new opportunity, or this new money that's coming in. So this is chop wood. Keep yourself busy right now. The message about how to let this go is coming to you. So we have milk and honey, higher power. Huh. I think that the way to avoid this isn't necessarily about asking other people for help. It's more of asking Source, Spirit, God to reveal the truth about the situation, because it's trying to give you a sign. You're not taking the sign. You see the sign, you witness the sign, and you think that this is probably a little bit too plain and a little too basic for you to actually take it as a sign. It's probably a very common one, and Spirit's like, listen, this is a common problem. You're gonna get a common sign. I can't tell you enough how this is just how it is for you. There's no frills, there's no hidden meaning in the message. It's pay attention to what this is. So I guess what this is saying is it'll be a lot easier if what you are seeing you actually just accept as the message. What is this trying to tell you? And I think that it's not invoking a strong feeling from you. It's just a kind of basic plain like, okay, yeah, we'll follow that. So higher power, ask Spirit for help which you have done, and it's happening again, and then let that sign actually come through from Spirit about either this person or this situation. It's very plain and in your face. We have a wonderful restart that's happening. So after you get your sign on this, we have the Ace of Cups, and we see the Three of Pentacles is in reverse. If who you are talking to isn't listening, stop talking. Stop giving towards them. Stop what you are doing. If somebody isn't appreciating what you are doing, stop doing it and start actually appreciating yourself more than appreciate yourself more, and then do that rather than having whoever or whatever this is hope for an epiphany, like, oh yeah, one day they're gonna wake up and be like, well, that was great. They actually might do that, but it's probably not going to be when you're in their presence about it, or when you're not in the situation about it. Sometimes, and this really sucks to say, some people do not realize what they have or what they had or how to appreciate it until it's gone. And that looks like it's probably what's going to be the case right now, which it's going to ease up the burden off of you of what you have to do, or what you feel like you have to do, or how you feel like you have to show up. And it's going to give you a lot of time, a lot of free time to self-reflect, rest, and maybe not be so stressed out. This is good. These are good things. This is working on a new foundation with this. Ooh, it's all about you in this. It's the glitz, it's the glamour. It's not about Tweedledum or Tweedledee, or it's not about that unforgiving situation. Yeah. There's a major karmic lesson to learn when to cut your losses. So how the heck does this feed into a new flow of abundance, a new flow of money, a new opportunity? Well, okay, so the karmic lesson is, let's think about it. You've been taken advantage of in the past, and you're seeing similar signs to this right now. Spirit is giving you the signs. It's probably giving you a name. It's probably giving you a number. It's probably giving you a major sense of unease, which you probably can't pinpoint. So this, pay very close attention to it. You're going to have a very clear, cutthroat answer as to what it is almost immediately, and there's no fight about it. There's no fight. There's no you backing down. There's no you keeping up appearances. Look at this. This is the card about keeping up appearances, and you know what? You're not going to take part in it. You're going to cut to the truth of the matter of this, and you're going to start investing yourself elsewhere. Now, this feels like a starting off at square one. No, because you know what to look for. You know what integrity feels like. You know what honesty in people feels like. You know what an honest situation feels like, because you also know what it doesn't feel like. Follow your gut and intuition on this. Your gut may have been even bloated in the last few days. There is something that's going on with the gut health right now. So what is something that you are not really able to stick with, or what you're going against your gut, or what can't you stomach? I want you to pay attention to the way that your body talks to you. So let's see, we have more money incoming, more materialism incoming. We have a new opportunity incoming. These are the three sections I'm seeing this in. Am I seeing this in love? It doesn't feel like love. If it is love, it is so incredibly practical. I can't believe it. But I think that this is more about your nest egg in life rather than who you're sharing the nest with. Okay, so we have repressed intuition. Why are we repressed? If I see this stinking twin flame card, I'm going to lose it. You are profoundly clairvoyant, and you're an earth angel. You wear your heart on your sleeve, and no matter what you say or what you do, it feels like everybody should have the same heart and intention like you. Your heart beats a very certain way. You see and you feel exactly what a situation or a person's intention is. The thing is, you're not naive. You're giving it an opportunity to step up and show up in life and have a sense of consciousness, yeah, and also a sense of self-correcting, because this is something that you would do if you were put in the same position. You would have that sense of self, the sense of righteousness, the sense of integrity to do the right thing. And Spirit is telling you that you have that repressed intuition because, first off, you don't want to believe that somebody could be in any way, shape, or form at their core malicious. And you want to know that might not be the case, but it's not for you to dig and find out. See where somebody isn't stepping up in your life, or see when a situation is no longer held in integrity, and take action accordingly. So this, you are a lot more intuitive than you give yourself credit for. You can trust your gut. You can trust yourself. You are here with a very sensitive heart. You are not here to lose it. You are not here to take on everyone else's heart, and not everyone else is going to have that same heart. That is the disheartening lesson, but you have to take that disheartening lesson and still not lose your heart, still not lose your insight, still protect your heart, and still have a very firm boundary so you can be the most compassionate person and the most thriving person, but still know when to call somebody out on their crap. And I see that happening. I see it happening. I feel like I need this deck. Okay, so speak softly, carry a big stick is one of my favorite sayings. I think, was it FDR who said that? I forget. I'm so mad. I'm so flippin' mad. I'm so mad. Have you asked your angels for help with this? What does this have to do with the twin flame? Let's see. All right, so it's still not romantic, but this is an amazing soul bond. Somebody's coming in who has a very similar heart to yours, very similar intentions. So you want somebody around you who's working on the same vision as you, the same output towards humanity of some sort. So this, have you called out to Source in spirit for help in calling that person in, or those people in, the people who share the vision, who have the same integrity and the same heart, and who are going to be able to help you, or maybe have some different strengths that are compatible to what your output is, because believe it or not, you're not a one-person circus. So the home help, this person is going to be coming into your life. And what I see here is it's actually going to be this really unexpected meeting. It's just, you see and feel them coming into line. So then we have the hydration. You need to purge your body right now, purge it of whatever your hang up is, whatever your disappointments have been in the past, whatever people have taken advantage of the situation. It's calling to purge the resentment and anger towards them, because that's not going to help you call in the person. It's going to help you call in the very D-bag that you don't want around you. So let's see, hold on. What's this card? Jesus, the divine healer. So calling in for healing and purging the body. You have to be very vocal with what your needs, wants, desires, and expectations are. I really love this. Okay, hopefully this doesn't turn off the light. Every time I jab this, it loses light. You know what? It's probably going to happen anyways, because the deck that I just put my hand on, yep, see? It did it. I knew it was going to happen. There we go. Let there be light. Okay. Man, you're calling in your family, your soul family. I don't care if it's blood or if it's, you know, just the constructed one. This is of equal importance. What your expectations are is going to be met, but you have to be very vocal about them, and your emotions are healing, which enables you to open up to a greater love. So this, you're feeling all sorts of new love coming into your life. And this is soul family. These are people who have the same heart and integrity. And this is going to be an expansive connection that's coming in. And I do feel like it's leveling up. And I see a long term around this, longevity in these relationships. These are people who are coming up from the past, people who have grown. I see a reignition of the connection. And these are also people who are newly coming into your life. So a lot of people have gone through healing, a lot of loss. And what I see is this is creating a void for the actual connections to come into place. I see happiness, I see resourcefulness, and I see a healing heart, which is an already sensitive heart, which you put walls up around. The walls are going to start coming down because you are going to have people who actually give proof of what their true intentions are from the get-go, and it's completely in line with you. So the result of this and the abundance is everything that you have lost is absolutely a blessing in disguise, no matter how painful it is. And I'm so sorry to say that. Notice the signs of what's coming your way. We have change in direction. Your life is absolutely, without question, going through a change. I see abundance. I see materialistic abundance. I see emotional abundance. I see healthier relationships. I see people who share the vision with you. So take your start and what's happening with that and, expand it 10 times. You are meeting incredible people who are going to step up, but this also means that you're given the steps to also step up too. This wonderful merriment. I see an overflow of all sorts of resources. Your life is going to be thriving on that front. All right, you. So that's been the Daily Tarot and Oracle, the daily insight on life and love for April 7th, 2022. Also meeting timeless. Again, if you have questions about booking a session, because your individual storyline will always be more detailed, in depth, and intense, go ahead and find it as the description. There's an email, or you can find me on the social platforms and send me a DM. All of my social platforms are now at Raising Savac. So there's no punctuation, there's no underscore, there's no nothing. It's one word, at Raising Savac. And again, that's in the description. All right, go get this day, go make this happen. You have some tokus to kick. So what I'm seeing here is the world is in reverse. It seems like everything has stopped. You're not at a new cycle yet. You are closing off this cycle. Nothing is moving, and it seems like nothing is moving. And no matter what you're trying to plant right now, it feels hopeless. It feels useless. It feels scary and disheartening. This is a major judgment time that you have to sit with. Nothing's going to happen for a little bit, and we're going to get to the why of it. Okay, so you are dealing with the judgment of self versus your former self and letting the past version of you grow up, not in a negative sense. I feel like you haven't really given yourself the sense of respect that you so rightfully deserve. And the entitlement that comes along with it. This isn't one of those oppressive entitlements that, goes against anybody else. It's not it. This is the entitlement of what you are worthy of in this life and how you don't always have to be at a point of power loss towards somebody else. You are moving on and moving forward. This seems like it's bittersweet and sorrowful, but your road ahead is a lot smoother. The waters ahead are a lot less rocky. So what you're experiencing right now is the hang up of what seems to be a failure of planting nothing but dead seeds in your life and nothing coming to fruition, and the disappointment that comes with that. They have not blossomed yet. They have not broken through their shell yet. They are still waiting for their time to actually start to grow. All the work that you've been doing right now and the undoing in your life and what you're getting away from has been setting, I guess, for the conditions of which this is going to grow. You really have to have a higher sense of self and your worth. And everything beneath it is getting washed away right now. So it is the judgment time. The judgment time is you figuring out, what the actual worth is and why it hasn't been given time to develop any sort of maturity or respect. And the last barrier to that was essentially you. So there's a choice that needs to be made, and you need to make it with confidence. This is something that you would have never gone after in the past. This is why this had to be on hold until now. If you were in that old mindset where you didn't even see yourself as worthy of any sort of respect or any sort of insight or any sort of responsibility, you wouldn't have gone after this. You have a choice that you're going to make, and you're not going to be disappointed, but you have to see yourself in that higher light. Somebody's on their last chance with you, and honestly, I think that after this, you're probably done with them. I don't think that you're going to give them any more chances. I think that what I'm seeing right here is some crazy revealing happening with them, some crazy truth coming to the surface. And you know what? You give up, you surrender. Can't do this. This is not going to work. You've been so strong. You've been so supportive. This is going to be the straw that really breaks the camel's back. You've been so strong. You've done everything that you can. It's time for you to realize when there's nothing that can be done in the situation and that it no longer can involve you. Now, this can be a lover, this could be a friend, this could be a family member, it could be a colleague. This is a really important relationship in your life for somebody who can't seem to help themselves. Now, I'm not telling you to give up and abandon everybody. It's not that. This is strictly about somebody who you've given chance after chance after chance after chance, and you've been unconditional the entire time. And you have suffered. I know that this person is suffering too, but their fallout keeps hurting you. So you need to put some distance in right now. It looks like this is where it's headed. When this happens, what do you have to look forward to? You are going to be grieving the relationship because it's completely rocked you. I see you closing off. This is just hard. You're closing off to everybody. You don't trust your feelings, you don't trust your heart, you don't trust your emotions. You feel like a monster for even having to put in distance. The thing is, you have to go on an entirely different path, and you need to move on from this person. It's for your best interest. You're this beautifully sensitive and amazing person. Not everybody gets to go with you on this journey, and you're seeing it in this person. It seems like they've put you in a place that I kind of see as the gray zone, like keeping you in suspense, keeping you confused. There's no more confusion. There's nothing more that you need to gain from this. You are no longer going to be in the dark. What I see is determination to move on and to heal from this. So it's not that it's too little, it's too late. It's just too much at once, and you need to heal and move on. And maybe this will come back further down the road, but right now you need your space. There needs to be some satisfaction in knowing that you did everything that you could. You did do everything that you could, and now there's no more that you can do, give, be. I see a lot of cancellations happening. I see you going back, not towards any abuse or toxicity or anything illegal. I'm not saying that. Whatever it is that you've been pursuing, that you've been putting your all in, you are waving a white flag. You know, you're not giving up. There was nothing to give up on. What I'm seeing is knowing when enough is enough for you. Seems like a lot is meeting a dead end. There's a lot of doors that no matter what you do, they're just not going to open. So what I'm seeing here is stop trying to force those to open. It's a door that's been painted on a wall, and my dear, this is not Beetlejuice. Now, some of you might have no idea what I'm talking about, and I just realized that. That's a movie from the 80s. I'm sure you've heard of it, but in the movie there's a part where they draw this door on a brick wall, and then they knock on it 3 times, and it, as if by magic, it is magic, they open the door. They enter into a whole new world, and it's friggin' creepy. You're not going to go into this creepy world now, are you? You're looking for something better. You're looking for something more. You're looking for something that's not going to restrict the throat, the throat chakra. Actually, I want to talk about that with you. Okay, thyroid, parathyroid, neck, ears, respiratory system. So we have colds, sinuses, allergies, etc., so on and so forth. Open, clear communication, feelings, thoughts, creativity, speaking the heck up. Doesn't actually say heck, but you get what I'm saying. Releasing, breathing in life force, and healing. There's a major feeling of speaking up and clear communication and releasing that's going on here. Really making sure that everyone knows your thoughts on this. So moving on towards something that is a greener path for you. Getting pulled to the messages from your angels. Your children on earth and in heaven are happy and well cared for by God, and the angels' caution is warranted. Look deeper into the situation before proceeding further. Now is the time to gather, study, and learn information. Enjoy being a student, because in the future you will synthesize your knowledge into action. This is all about reclaiming your sense of playfulness. This is going to be a message from either your spirit guide or a loved one who's crossed over. And if that's the case, it's usually the first person who's coming to mind for you. Don't overthink it. But you need to hear this message right now, because it looks like you're on a new course. So we're going to read this together. I have 2 cards in front of me. We are gathering our magic together to help you celebrate your new beginning. You're stepping into a new version of your life, getting to tell a story as you created. Doesn't it feel like spring when the urge to expand wells up inside of you from a very primal place? The form of what you are growing has yet to take shape. It is exciting to experience this new and fresh beginning. It's normal to feel both push and push back when entering in any new kind of relationship. It's okay to admit you don't really know what to expect. What you know is that it's time to dive in and allow the new version of life to take shape through you and on your behalf of your partner in life, spirit. You've made it to a new level of awakening and contributing. We are so excited where this is going to take you next. And sometimes it feels like no one understands you and that you're not heard, that you don't count. This, my dear, is a terrible illusion. So this is talking about where you're going into next and how it feels like you're not being heard. There's some barriers that you got to break. And although your feelings tell you that abandonment is real, well, we who love you know better. You're never alone. And when rejection happens, you are ultimately being protected so better things can replace what wouldn't have worked in the first place. Everyone on this side of the veil is watching over you and is rooting for you and your ultimate success. Life loves you. We love you. And you are a unique spark in the universe and always connected to light and to source. You're always in our care. Trust and keep the faith. Love, spirit. So what this is talking about is, yes, you are at a new beginning. Yes, this is going to be magnificent. That being said, stepping into this new beginning, it's not going to come off as you would think. It's going to be scary at times. It's going to be overwhelming at times. It's going to feel like you've lost your mind and that nobody is standing around you. You're not alone. Spirit wants you to push through this discomfort, this feeling of lonesomeness. This is not a time for you to backtrack or try and make amends with something that wasn't going to work in the first place. You didn't lose out. What is starting now, while it's scary, is going to have this immense sense of strength and character in it. You are meant for this. You are meant to go the distance, and Spirit's not going to let you give up. Don't get worried on what the hang-up could be or what the hidden motivation of something is. Spirit says you've asked for help. Now let it help you. You have to be in receiving mode. Look at that. So what we're looking at here is this is going to happen almost too easy for you. So that's why you're going to be on guard. It's like, wait, what's going to attack me? Now that you've asked the angels for help, be open to receiving guidance and assistance. You deserve heaven's help. I'm the angel of abundance. You'll receive the money that you need, and God is in charge of how that'll happen. It is a good time to give birth to new ideas and situations in your life. I'm watching over you, guiding you, protecting you during these changes. Your desired outcome will happen in the near future. Have patience and faith and don't try and force it to happen. So you are starting out on something new. It is going to be a success. And I think that it's very daring what you are doing, but don't let yourself think that just because it's daring doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. You are going to get the resources that you need. Where it's coming from, that is to be determined, but it's there and it's yours for the taking. So look at what your options are. And I want you to actually ask Source, Spirit, and even your network for help, because somebody has information that you might not actually have right now. So this is saying it's going to be easier than you expected. No, it is not a challenging business transaction for you. No, you do not need to be afraid. So let's see. Second opinion. Yeah, you're going to have to talk to somebody about this. And let's see. Thank you for giving you the courage to ask for and accept help from others. So this is people who you are going to be inviting into your physical space. This might be in your personal space. It might be in your home space. But something is coming towards you. And it's weird how easy that this is happening. Again, that's why you're on guard. Acceptance is accepting that everything is going in the right direction. Just because it's coming towards you doesn't mean that it's about to bump into you or disempower you in any way. So this is saying work on being grounded so that you can accept this. There's that saying, if something is too good to be true, chances are that it is. What and why does something seem too good to be true with you? What is too good to be true? Why is it flawless? Where is this erupting a red flag inside of you? This might be a projection of something being too good to be true rather than something that is well-deserved. I really hope that you stuck through the reading at least up until this point, because what is too good to be true is not. People are coming in to help you and going into your space to do so. And it's not because it's trying to swindle you. It's trying to show you that you've done the work to earn this. So accept it. I see a peaceful resolve to two people who feel incredibly chaotic. It does feel like closure, and I think that this is what the people wanted in this. I see that masculine and feminine energies, if this is two people, they are incredibly sensitive, guarded, and paranoid. And I see that that is going to be resolved. And I see this feeling of loneliness that's coming along with it. It feels like somebody has been backtracking. Somebody has been horribly backtracking. And they see this happening. And it's simply not something that they can move forward with. They're not making any effort to change themselves. They're not following through with anything that they say. And what I'm seeing here is Queen energy, tired, overwhelmed, flipping out. This is somebody who can't stand up for any of this anymore. And it feels like they're no longer getting up. They don't care what is said, what is done. They've made their peace with it. So how's this going to go for whoever this is? It's about to change things really fast. I see you leading a new path, and I see you juggling a lot. I see you feeling completely out of sorts and ungrounded, but you're ready for this new shift in perspective. You're ready to put the hard work in. It's going to be for you. It's not going to be for anyone else. Yeah, you're exhausted. You can't fight anymore. So after the healing is done, what do you have to look forward to? Crazy new start. Somebody's going to be very cutthroat, to the point. It's not about talking. It's not about being cloudy or insecure in any way. They're getting forward to the truth. Somebody's getting their power back. Whatever the plans have been are canceled. Their world is slowing down. I think that they're actually rest and recovering so that they can have the Star card. A new establishment of hope in something that is not going to be a codependent connection in their life and is not going to be burdensome. They're over it.